Hello guys, today I'll be making a detailed guide on how to get free factories through Civil War in HOI4. I already made a video, but that video is only 1 minute long, and today I'll be making a longer video in which I'll explain some other things and tips that you should know. So, you should start with the country, obviously. You won't stay on the menu forever, obviously. This exploit works the best with countries which don't have focus trees, like any South American country, some countries in Asia, etc. It works with countries that do have focuses too. It's kind of less effective, but it also works. So, what you must have is a country which has at least 2 states. Countries like the Central American nations or Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and I don't know, Ethiopia, Nepal, Bhutan, those countries can't work. Today, this demonstration, I'll once again use Bolivia, because why not? So let's start. Regular difficulty, historical AI focuses on, and start. You can also turn off historical AI focuses if you want, and this is also Iron Man compatible, so you can turn on Iron Man, but I'm just not using it for the sake of the video. Start. Do the regular stuff when you start the game. Obviously, I'm gonna delete the entire army except for one division and then exercise it. Research the things you would usually research. And once you're done setting things up, you can start. I'd suggest you to do the political effort first, but you can do other focuses. The political effort first, then you can do the civil war sooner. So let's go with political effort. And the political effort is finished. Once again, you can do any focuses you want to do. I'd recommend you to do the focuses that will turn you into other ideology. But if you want, you can do other focuses. Just don't do naval effort and don't do these focuses that give you factories or infrastructure. You can do industrial effort if you want, but don't continue the industrial focus tree. I'm gonna go with collectivist setters because I think I'll go this way, you know. Definitely not because it's OP. Hire a fascist demagogue. Also, one thing I'm going to recommend you is that you do the collective settlers before the Civil War. AI tends to do liberty ethos and continue through this focus tree, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, or even 5 focuses that you have to wait. And that's entire year. Because if you do it, then they can't do liberty ethos. The collectivist ethos is already completed for them, and they won't do this focus tree most likely. If you do collectivist ethos, they're very unlikely to continue through the nationalist focus or internationalism focus. So do collectivist ethos before the Civil War. And collectivist ethos is finished. Now the next focus, I would recommend you to do the industrial effort. Now why? Because AI doesn't take industrial effort very often, which is an issue. You'll see them doing aviation effort, you'll see them doing army effort, and that's not what you want. However, they have a bigger chance to take construction effort or armaments effort, so it's better that you finish this one before the Civil War as well. So, before Civil War, try to finish collective ethos and industrial effort. By doing collective ethos, you remove their ability to do this part of focus tree, and by doing industrial effort, you increase the chance that they're going to pick industrial focuses more often. Alright, we're about to fire up the Civil War. Sadly, I have too much stability, so let's wait another week. Okay, now we can fire up the Civil War. Before firing it up, I recommend you to do 2 things. First one is delete your entire army. That way you'll be easily able to win the Civil War. Problem is now that you have only 10%, well 14% fascist popularity, which means this division will be on the enemy side, and you'll have 0 divisions. So delete it, nobody will have any divisions. Second thing I would recommend you to do is to start doing either armaments effort or construction effort. That way, when the Civil War starts, the enemy side will be stuck doing that focus, and that's the first factory they're gonna get. So here I started doing construction effort, and now I'm gonna ignite the Civil War. And now they're doing that focus. We don't see it here, but trust me, they're doing it. You can continue doing this focus, or you can cancel it and then do some other one if you want. I'm gonna go for nationalism focus. Now all we gotta do is basically wait. We can check the amount of factories they have here. They started with 1 factory, and they had only 1 building slot because Santa Cruz is pastoral region, so only 1 building slot. Each time they get another factory, they're gonna get another additional building slot, so through the number of building slots we'll be able to see how many factories they actually have. As you can see, I'm about to finish nationalism focus, 69 days, nice. And they are about to finish the construction effort 1, basically. They have 1 building slots, and now they're gonna have 2. As you can see, now they have 2 factories. Now they'll be picking another focus. They can pick either army effort, aviation effort, construction effort 2, or armament effort. Also nationalism focus or internationalism focus. However, they're very likely to pick either construction effort 2 or armament effort. I'm gonna go for construction effort this time. Also, one more thing, if you're playing Bolivia specifically, I'd recommend you to build one level of infrastructure in this state. That way, when the AI does infrastructure effort, they will be maxing it out and they will bypass infrastructure effort 2, and they won't have to do infrastructure effort 2 as well. That will save you some time. I'm about to finish construction effort, so I'm gonna get another factory here, and they're about to finish their focus, which is most likely construction effort 2 or armaments effort. Let's see. They now have 3 building slots, which means they finish either armaments effort or they finish construction effort 2. So next thing I'm going to go for is most likely either armaments effort 2 or infrastructure effort, depending on what they chose. Also, one important thing, make sure that they control the state. You can, for example, take your military and take a couple of provinces, but make sure they have at least 51% control of the state, because if they don't, then their factories won't be able to spawn in, because they don't control any state. They need to control at least one state, and own it also. So they own the state, as you can see they are the owner, and they also fully control it, so all the factories will easily spawn in here. If you take control of the state, then their focuses will literally do nothing. I'm gonna go for construction effort 2. Alright, I'm about to finish construction effort 2, and let's see how many building slots do they have. They have 3, and how many is they gonna have after the focus? They have 4. That's great. Which means they did another industrial focus. Now I'm gonna do infrastructure effort. As you can see, I'm going to finish infrastructure effort in a day. Now we'll be seeing either another factory or improved infrastructure here. So let's see what they're going to get. They got another factory. As you can see, I just bypassed infrastructure effort 2. That's because I had level 2 infrastructure here. And from this focus, I got 3 levels of infrastructure. That instantly bypassed infrastructure effort 2 because I had nowhere else to build infrastructure, because I already have maxed out here. So now is the extra research slot. Alright, I'm about to finish extra research slot, and let's see what they're gonna get this time. This time they got airbase, because they did aviation effort. Still, that's a free airbase. That's not bad. Let's continue. Let's do construction effort 3. This will give me 2 factories. I'm about to finish construction effort 3, and let's see what they're gonna get. They have 5 building slots. And they just got infrastructure. Which means their infrastructure is now maxed out, and they've instantly bypassed the infrastructure effort 2. Which means now they could be going for extra research slot, or they could be doing construction effort 3, which will give them 2 civilian factories. Let's do militarism. You might think that this takes forever, and that's true, but the thing is, you don't actually have to worry about it. Now I could be simply fighting Chile with the rest of Bolivia that I have, while the other side is developing itself, then I can easily annex them, because they most likely will never create any army at all. They barely have 8,000 manpower. And if I do create one division, they can't do anything. I can literally spam divisions against them. Alright, I'm about to finish militarism, and they have 5 building slots. And now they have 7. Which means they just did construction for free. They just got 2 factories for free. So far they got 6 factories. They did construction effort 1, 2, and 3, which is 4 civs. They did infrastructure effort, and they did aviation effort. And I think they did 1 or 2 armament efforts. Actually, they did 2 of them, because they have 6 factories. So now, you can end the civil war if you want, or you can wait for another factory. I'm gonna wait for another factory. Meanwhile, I'll do armament effort myself. I'm gonna prepare to take them over by spamming some 1 battalion cavalry. 2 with divisions, pretty much. Alright, I'm gonna finish armament effort, so let's see what they're gonna do. They just did army effort, most likely. You know what, let's actually annex them now. Front line, railroad, and attack. As you can see, I'm attacking them. They still control most of their state. And once I take over control, you can see now I'm controlling them, and now I can see what factories they did. They got 4 civilian factories and 3 military factories. They started with 1 civilian factory, so they converted 1 of them to military factories, while they actually got 4 of them from focuses. So this is 7 factories, and they started with 1, so they got 6 factories from the focuses. As you can see, we now have 22 factories, but usually after the peace deal, lots of factories are lost. Which doesn't happen during the Civil War, surprisingly, for some reason. So as you can see, we have 1 building slot plus 6 additional slots in this state. We currently have 22 factories, out of which 2 are from trade, so we have 20 factories on our own. I did build 2 military factories, so we have 13 factories here and 7 factories here. We have 20 factories. Now to compare it to other countries. Peru has only 17 or 18. Colombia has only 11. Argentina has 23, while we have 20. Brazil, for example, has 30 and we have 20. We have 2/3 of the industry of Brazil, while Brazil has about 20 times more people than we do. Using this exploit, you can basically make war of conquests possible with some very weak countries, such as Albania. You can literally let AI spam factories here and then just take it over and have 20 factories as Albania. Absurd, right? You are basically getting up to 14 factories for free, and if they have the coast, you can get even 3 naval dockyards, so that's 17 factories for free. Actually, not 17, I can't count. That's actually 20 factories for free. 6 naval dockyards, 8 civs, and 6 mills, all true focuses. I imagine some sad Albania which starts with like 2 factories or something, exploding into 20 factories by the time Italy attacks it. Now that's based Albania. And anyway, that's it. See you guys.